So it's getting rather difficult to trade. I guess it's obvious the Nifty stuck in a range. Individual stocks are just drifting here and there. Uh, let's connect with our technical experts. Nooresh joins us, and along with Nooresh, we've got Shilpa Raut. She joins us live to walk us through what we should expect today. Nooresh, it's getting a task now to identify trades in this market. Nifty is absolutely stuck in a range, and performing sectors are simply just caving in. For example, PSU banks, or what's happening even in metals now.
So the only thing which props up in terms of a trigger is yesterday we saw a good uptick in the US markets. It has come very close to the breakout point, so that 24,300, 500 is roughly the resistance for Dow Jones. We closed at 34,200 plus yesterday, and today there is inflation data in the US. If that can trigger some move, we can see a similar, say, momentum in Indian markets also. So as of now, the problem is we are not seeing any trending moves across the sectors, even in the heavyweights or even in the broader markets. For example, yesterday it was all about IT stocks also taking a crack out of nowhere. So one day you see IT doing well, one day you see banks doing well, one day you see Reliance doing well, and at the other end everything else does a little drift. But the fact still remains, we are still stuck in this range. We've not broken down out of this range or broken out. So till the time we hold about 17,600, the bias remains positive. It's just the momentum trigger we need about 18,000 marks. So overall, still waiting for the same.
18,600 is critical. Shilpa Raut is well with us. And Shilpa, what's your take on the Nifty Bank Index after yesterday's movement? What we've seen in the last 1 month or so, do you believe that we will continue to linger around these 41,200 levels?
Yeah, definitely. Bank Nifty is having a very strong support base in between 40,500 to 41,000, which is where we are continuously, hovering around. And this is where we will take support lightly, because breaching 40,500 for me would open gates till 39,000 for the index, which I don't see very likely happening, because Nifty is also in that range of 17,700 to 18,000 as of now. So till we are in this range, probably nothing is going to change much for the index.
Okay, yes, that index hasn't been doing much, and it's not expected to change course very sharply today as well. That's the word coming in. But let's talk about stocks and which are the ones which can see sharp moves today. Nooresh, let me first come to you. Which are your top recommendations?
So continue to have a bullish view on L&T. The stock is clearly showing leadership and not very far away from a 52-week and an all-time high. Expected to make a fresh one going forward. And the whole capital goods segment looks promising. L&T, after the big breakout of 2050 to 2050 to 2100, has become a support over the last few weeks, and that indicates a relative strength. So out here, bullish on L&T, a stop loss at 2140 and a target price of 2300 plus in the extreme short term. Second is the buy on NTPC. The stock recently was ex-dividend of 4.25 rupees. If you were to look at a dividend adjusted start, the stock is closer to a 3 to 4 week high, and it's on verge of a breakout above that 168, 170 mark. Also, all through the current correction which we had on the lower end in the Nifty, the stock did not even break any of the swing lows. The stock continued to hold on to its support and was down only 2% even when the Nifty took a crack. So clearly showing relative strength and resilience. And now setting up for a breakout move, expecting it to make a new all-time high, a stop loss at 164 and a target price of 190.
Okay, so those are the picks coming in. NTPC as well as L&T, these are the top bets. But Shilpa, what about you? What are you spotting?
Today I have a buy. I have two buys, in fact. One is on Glenmark. Glenmark, has a very strong support zones at around 420, 418 zones. So in future, that is trade, it has closed yesterday at 422 something. So for me, a stop loss of 417, one should look for targets of 445. And the second one would be MCX. MCX is trading at around 1400 zones as of now. And in all this choppiness also, it has not breached this very strong support of 1400 to 1380 zones. So with a tight stop loss of 1380 from here, one should look for targets of 1500 and above, because the risk reward lies very favorable in this both counters.
Okay, so that's the take coming in as far as the top recommendations are concerned. But it's time now to